Hey, welcome back to another video from Peter Wolfing. Thank you very much for watching my videos. I really hope that you enjoy the content that I have here and enjoy the scenery in New York City. And if you see that subscribe button come up on the top, make sure you subscribe to get future videos that I'm going to be putting out. Now, the topic of this video today is the topic of acting as if. A-S-I-F. Kind of something maybe you haven't thought about before, but there's a saying that says, dress up and make up if you want to go up, okay? And many times, most times, people don't have the skills right away, especially when you're starting out, the confidence, the skills of speaking to people, what to say, how to say it in certain situations, how to overcome or field objections, I guess is a better word to say it. So, at the beginning, you have to, what they say, fake it until you make it. I guess is another way to say it. But acting as if you're that $1 million earner. Acting as if you've got the confidence of some of those big players in your company. Acting as if you're successful in the program. Because many times people say, well, how are you doing in the program? All right? And, I think that's more of a cop-out than anything else of someone saying that. And my answer to them basically is a whole nother video, is it doesn't matter what I make, it's what you can make in the program, right? Why would you want to base your income on what I do? You base your income on what you can do. And many times people pitch me on other programs and, oh, this person's making this much money and that person's making that much money. To me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I have to see it in myself that I'm going to do it, because what they're making has nothing to do on what I'm going to make, right? So back to as if. Let's just pick the topic of prospecting. Okay, you're making these calls, or at least you're thinking about making these calls to your prospects, or from lead capture pages, or however you're using your sales funnel to contact these people. You don't have the confidence yet. Maybe you just got started in your program, or maybe you're leaning green, wet behind the ears in prospecting. You have to act as if. And when you start to call these people, maybe for a moment you pretend to yourself that you're this massively successful person in the chosen company that you're doing. All right? And do it that way. Maybe you have to role play for a while before you do that. Well, one way you can speed up that process is by doing a 3-way call with someone that's already at that position. So at the beginning, maybe they do 90% of the call. You just do the introduction. Maybe later on, 2 or 3 calls down, they're doing 75, and then 50, and then 25% of the call. And before you know it, they're just listening. Right? So that can be a way that could kind of wean you off of that dependency and get that confidence. Another way is using what we call a predictive dialer. Predictive dialer. And we have one called hyperdialer.com, and it has what they call a whisper function on it, which means that you can call up prospects, see them on the screen, and your coach, your sponsor, your mentor can be on the other line listening and telling you what to say without that person hearing what they're saying. Now, is that interesting? How about that, right? That is such a cool function. And it's a way that you can save a tremendous amount of time calling people, but that one function is worth its weight in gold. Again, that's www.hyperdialer.com. So acting as if, dress up and make up if you want to go up. The act of persistence to do that and get past that fear of starting out and faking it until you're making it, right? So at the beginning, you might have to act as if you are successful, and you will become successful. And before you know it, you don't have to act anymore. And it's ingrained in yourself because eventually that fear goes away, right? But at the beginning, you have that fear. So the way people get rid of the fear is they do it in little bite-sized pieces until the fear doesn't exist anymore. So you have to take that leap of faith at the beginning and act as if you're successful. So hopefully this video has helped you out, kind of change your mindset a little bit about prospecting. Have yourself a